Right guys, so today we are heading in to Hanging Wood. Now this is a place I've been to 3 times I believe in the past. Like once was just to check the place out, but I've been here twice on an actual exploration. Now the first time I heard like different noises like heading through the microphone that I've shown to Ash and that before, and it was definitely weird, wasn't it?
Yeah,
what
definitely
I picked up.
it was strange noise.
And then the second time we weren't picking that much up, but we were stupid enough to play with Ouija boards and things, so it probably wasn't the smartest thing to do.
Definitely not.
But there's always the story of the Highwayman, which was a guy who was, I think, don't quote me on this, but he was picking people like kids up. There was people like kids disappearing within these woods that he was finding as, let's call them, victims, and then when he was heading to court he had a bet with the courts over in York to see if he could make it from there to here, because the time period that he got picked up in these very woods, he shouldn't have possibly been able to make it here, so I think he was acquitted then and then trialed again at a different point where he was then later arrested, and I think he also died in York as well.
Yeah, he was hung in York.
So he wasn't actually killed in these woods or didn't die here, but a lot of his main activity was in these woods. And there was so much activity that the pub at the end of the road is even named after him. So there's a lot possibly going on here. So we're all excited to go in and find out what's happening?
Definitely.
Certainly.
Can't
No.
wait.
Let's go have a look, guys. Sensing out here, Max?
I don't feel very nice here.
Down this way.
That way.
So what we're thinking, shall we just head that way and see what is that way first then? Or?
Head up there.
Yeah?
So is this the wooded area where you're sensing stuff then?
Yeah.
And you say it's a not sort of a nice feeling here?
Well, I feel sad here.
Sad? Maybe this is why it's got the name of Hanging Wood then.
I feel sad like. Somebody wrapped a baby up and left it here because they didn't know what else to do.
Well, that's dark.
Yeah, it feels, does feel weird.
So what are you thinking? If like a mother that...
And she didn't know what to do.
I feel a bit sick.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you picked anything up?
It feels strange.
feels
It
awful.
don't feel. Something don't feel right.
No.
I don't know what it is, but it just don't feel
Just
right
feel
being here.
So sad.
And it just feels like something that ends meet and just didn't know what else to do. It just feels.
Just awful.
Yeah.
It's weird because everything that you've just said, and yet it still feels very calm here.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like it's a very peaceful wood, but with such a dark
history.
history.
Like a lot's happened here, isn't it?
I know where. It's like that. Oh, feather.
Like feather.
Yeah, it dropped when I was. Oh, yeah. I don't think it's alright now.
It's a good sign now.
Let's leave because it will like I'm going to be sick.
Yeah.
It's as if she's took the baby and was crying, didn't know what else to do, and she ran back that way.
Yeah.
Well, if we're going to go anyway, that's probably the way to go because it's boggy as anything the other way.
Yeah. We don't want to do that.
Because you can't see as well.
Well, then you probably might be expecting something to happen in your ear at the time.
Yeah.
When we were walking up here, I saw a little boy, like a Roman little boy, with leather shoes on. And he peeked and ran this way.
Is he still here or is he gone?
On. Because I said to you, didn't I? You come with me.
Yeah.
And he was like peeking. Then as we were getting closer, he went down there.
Maybe you realised you could see him.
Maybe.
So there's quite a bit of stuff going on here then. Because neither of which are the highwaymen. that
Where's
we've
he
picked up.
supposed to be in here? Anywhere?
Yeah.
Feels like a turning.
So before when we was here, we kept hearing noises in the woods, and there was nothing attached to them basically. We followed them back a few times, and there's this patch where everything's like dead in a circle here.
Yeah.
That it kept leading us back to, and there's a bigger one up there where there was all sorts of noises coming from, and every time it must have led us back to that same spot 2-3 times.
Yeah.
Feeling out here, Maggie?
No.
So obviously when you're in the woods it's hard to tell, isn't it? But this is one of the places again where we was hearing weird noises.
Yeah.
So it's hard to tell when you're in the woods. It could be animals, it could be something else. But
In between there.
Is that bit there look foggy?
yeah,
In between
very,
them trees.
very
and
foggy.
them other trees as well.
It's very foggy there. Why?
Yeah.
This is what we're saying back at the graveyard, isn't it?
See, obviously the allotments are that way, where the fire were,
Yeah,
but there's no there.
no,
You can't even smell smoke.
no, it's not smoke. It's not smoke because, well, if you look that way, you can see where the houses are over there. So we're nowhere, we're not anywhere near the houses for it to be anything near that.
Why would just that bit there be foggy?
So now we're in that foggy area. Are you sensing anything? Or?
I can just see children laughing. Right.
When you read the story of the highwayman, did you see anything in there about the victims? They were children, weren't they?
I didn't read that much. I didn't have time to read all that. I read the beginning and then I read how he died.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the people that he picked up when he was here, it was children that he was picking up.
You can come nearer.
As you can see, Maggie, is it the kids?
There's 5. See where that one's just
Yeah.
rolled over. They're at the end where the tooth arm. That's them like to move it.
Can you show us that you're here? If there's 5 here, you should all be at the power between you to move that branch. Can you show us that you're here? Do you want to speak to us? Let us know why you're here.
The second it dies, we'll get some more coming.
Oh no.
How is that playing? Is it the dictaphone?
Yeah.
How is that playing?
What?
You doing something interesting?
We do paranormal stuff.
Paranormal stuff,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
We've heard about the highwayman, so
Oh yeah, yeah.
might get him, might not.
Let's go.
Seeing what we can get.
In fact, just before I move up, you feeling okay, Maggie?
I just feel sad.
Sad. I think them woods give you that feeling anyway because of how much there is going on with it. And I assume it got its name for a reason.
Yeah, it's quite peaceful. And it leaves like a sad feeling.
Yeah.
I thought I just saw a face looking at us and then it's gone. That's the thing, it's got 2 faces. It looked like someone's face was looking over and then I went round to look and it's gone. There isn't anyone there.
Just up there between where these trees are.
Come here, stand where I am. If you look straight through, there's a tree that's like a V.
Yeah.
In between them two, there was someone stood there looking, I swear there was.
Just in there.
Because now it's skin coloured there, is there?
No. Just a little bit that way.
I don't know why I'm crying.
Well, you just said as well, it feels very emotional.
It does, yeah. Really,
These say people
It's the
had
area.
hung themselves in the woods.
We've got no proof of it, but obviously they are called hanging woods.
yeah.
So obviously we're just saying how
Feels
sad
like-
it feels,
yeah.
and so maybe there's something trying to pass through Maggie here.
That feeling like you've just got no hope. And you just feel like I say with hanging wood, you just feel like you just want to.
I mean, it's kind of like Suicide Forest. Once you've got a name like Hanging Wood,
Yeah.
it's going to become a place where people will go to.
Well, it's weird, you're all feeling this, I don't feel anything. But then I feel like that all the time, so
You just feel at home.
I'm just like, probably just normal.
Any particular place you've drawn to, or is it just surrounding area? You just said that, didn't you?
What?
Gemma's just said that she could see a face at that end.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you
Peeking
can
over the
see a face in here.
Is that the stuff all around us?
Because I looked around and then it was gone, and I thought it was the actual people.
Because it's weird that earlier Maggie was watching those kids in one direction, and you was hearing something in the opposite
I
direction.
could hear loads of footsteps behind me, but every time I turned around to look, they'd stop.
Just feel like if this was my last day, I wouldn't want it to be here.
Yeah.
See, I feel really serene and calm. It's weird. But that's like, that's my mental illness right
Yeah,
there, you
yeah.
know? And for me, that would stop it, do you know? I'm not that I would do it, but I just feel really like, I don't know. That's it, thank God.
Yeah.
I feel very peaceful, whereas you three feel very sad. It's weird. Maybe I'm just morbid.
I just feel like if like I didn't have anyone else in the world, I wouldn't want it to end here.
Yeah. I feel that way about Suicide Forest in Japan though, you know, when we've watched these videos.
Yeah.
Makes me feel sick.
Yeah, it's not a very nice
It's-
place,
Yeah.
If you're following Dan's theory, and he's probably right, you're going to get more activity where there's a lot of emotion,
Yeah.
and this feels
Yeah.
like the sort of place where people have come to make a decision. Do you want to
Yeah.
continue or do you want to give up?
Yeah. There's that there's another one like this in Elsinore, the big wood there.
Yeah.
Oh, you think there's been, to my knowledge, in the last 20 and nearly 15 suicides in there.
Yeah. There's one in Bawtry that's had a few murders and a few suicides as well.
Yeah.
But I assume that's what we're all feeling. It's that place of
I feel like
choice.
You come here to make the choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To weigh up.
And to be fair, where we're standing is probably the best place, because with that pit it gives you somewhere to sit and contemplate it. And
I just feel like I could go to sleep.
Do I continue and leave it? Do I find peace in this thing? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
mm,
But either way, there's no peace, is there?
No. Because then you're gonna obviously you think like you're not leaving anyone behind, but you actually are.
You don't think about that though.
I know you don't. Yeah.
You have to, the way I think of it is, if you have cancer and you're going to die, everyone kind of accepts that. With depression, sometimes that's the end stage of the illness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that you die by your own hands, not
Yeah.
by a disease.
Yeah.
But it's still a disease that's killing you.
It's absolutely a disease.
Yeah. I just feel like I want to lay down and go to sleep. Like, I feel really relaxed. It's odd.
I just feel no hope. I just don't feel like there's nothing else.
Yeah.
It's not not a very nice place.
See,
Yeah,
I feel more
probably.
like, oh, thank God that's over now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
I feel like, I feel like, I don't know, I feel happy. And it's bizarre.
it's probably what you're both feeling, or what everyone's feeling, is the decisions that people are making. Like, you're feeling the whole, well, now it's the end, this is, you
It's
know,
over, thank
it's
God, is
over.
what I'm
Yeah.
feeling.
Whereas what you're feeling is the choice of what I'm leaving behind.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's how you split when you make that decision.
exactly, so it feels like it's splitting it between people here.
A lot of the
rather
time,
than-
when people make a decision in advance as well, they're
Yeah.
really happy because they know it's about to be over.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, I didn't see it coming, it came out of nowhere, they were fine. And it's because
I
they've made
feel
that
like-
decision.
For me, I want to carry on,
Yeah.
but I don't have a choice to carry on.
You just have to stop here.
Yeah. I feel like I would like life and be happy, but I know that I can't be happy
Yeah.
because those around won't let me. So this is
Only way out.
my only option.
Because there's two different types of depression. There's circumstantial, which is everything around you, and then there's chemical, which is
Like
what
a
I have as
chemical
chemical. It's
imbalance.
not external, but a lot of people, it's more external that will kill you. Because I can fix this with tablets, you know,
Yeah.
but external you can't make that go away.
Well, the doctor don't prescribe you for that sort of thing anyway.
No, it's therapy for that. And a lot
Yeah.
of people, there's a big stigma, so they don't go.
It's I get perceived as being weak,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I just feel like the decision's being taken out of my hands.
Yeah. It's that like, there's no way out, I have to do it.
I can't go back because
Yeah.
I can't go back to that, but I don't want this either. But I feel like I've nowhere to go.
Sometimes dying's the better decision over living.
Yeah.
Like, you get to that point. You don't always necessarily want to die. I mean, that's why a lot of people have, you know, failed suicide attempts, because they do it and then actually, I can't do it.
Yeah.
But I'm just getting the acceptance kind of feeling.
And I'm getting the I have no other choice.
Yeah.
Maybe there's been a few people then.
Definitely.
Maybe there's been a few come to this same spot.
Because I feel like I want to stay here. I'm happy to stay here, you know.
And it's a place where when the trees are in full leaf you'll not be seen easily, so you can sit and you can contemplate and you can work out what you want to do.
It smells like a dog damn man.
Yeah. It's not just me then, okay.
It's not just good. It smells like a dog damn.
It's just it's weird. Like, why? Because there's nobody here.
It's getting stronger.
Yeah.
So to make it go smoke pot.
Maybe that's what they was burning earlier. Right, so guys, that has been Hanging Wood, and I mean, with all the stories about this place, what did we feel about it?
Sad, very sad.
Very calm. other end of the,
Yeah.
the
Spectrum.
scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird
Strange.
that we've got most of what we've picked up, if not everything that we've picked up, has been kids, hasn't it? So
Just
Yeah.
kids.
It hasn't been the highwayman, has it?
no,
It's,
for the story of that, but a lot of his victims, from what I believe, were kids. So it could tie into the same story, even if we've not picked up the highwayman himself.
He's
But
very like.
yeah, if we pick it
Yeah.
up, you'll see it.
Good.
What do you think, guys? Would it be worth coming back here with the tech and seeing if there's anything else there?
Yeah,
or-
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
absolutely.
Back to that spot where
Spot
everyone's got. the
Yeah, back to
emotional-
where that pit is and seeing if there's we pick anything up with
Yeah.
Yeah.
with all the tech and see if there's anything on the SLS.
Yeah, definitely. I think
Yeah.
that's why we'll be
Worth a
coming back
look.
with more tech.
Yeah. So let us know anyway, guys. Let us know whether you want us to come back here, take the SLS down there and just see what we pick up. But until then, guys, remember to embrace the unknown.